Hello students, welcome back. In this session we will discuss different operations that we can perform on real numbers. What are real numbers? Real numbers are nothing but, which we have discussed in previous sessions, it's a set of rational and irrational numbers. As you are very much familiar with rational and irrational numbers and representation of these numbers on number line, let's move to the next topic, that is the basic operations which we are going to perform on these numbers, and let's observe what the resultant number is going to be. We'll consider three different scenarios and we'll perform four basic operations, that is addition, multiplication, division and subtraction. In case 1, we will consider one number as rational and another number as irrational, and let's observe the output number. In case 2, we will consider two irrational numbers and let's observe the output. And in case 3, two rational numbers are considered and what's the resultant number is going to be. Let's observe this by solving on board. Students, let's perform basic operations in three different scenarios. In case 1, I am considering one number as rational and one more number as irrational. Let's perform addition operation. As part of that, I am considering one example. It's 3 plus root 2. So let's add, as you know, root 2 value is 1.4142 and so on. For this, we will add number 3. That is 3 point, you can write it as zeros for convenience. Then add it. So the resulting number is going to be 4.4142 and so on, which is an irrational number. Let's take subtraction. For this, I am considering one example as root 5 minus 1. As you know that root 5 expansion is 2.23606 and so on. Let's subtract 1 from this. We'll consider decimal points. Then subtract it. Then it is going to be 1.23606 and so on, which is an irrational number. Let's perform multiplication. Example is 3 into root 3. As you know that root 3 expansion is 1.7320 and so on. So the resulting number is going to be 5.196 and so on, which is also an irrational number. Let's perform division operation. Example here is root 5 upon 2. Root 5 decimal representation is 2.23606 upon 2, which is going to be 1.11803 and so on, which is also an irrational number. From above examples, we can conclude that when you perform an operation between rational and irrational numbers, the resulting number is going to be an irrational number. Let's check with two irrational numbers. Students, let's look into the second scenario where the two numbers are irrational numbers. As part of that, first we will perform the addition operation. From previous discussion, we can say that 2 plus root 3 is an irrational number. So I am considering one number as 2 plus root 3. For this, I am adding one more irrational number, that is 2 minus root 3. From this, you can cancel out plus root 3 and minus root 3. So the resulting number is going to be 2 plus 2, which is 4, which is a rational number. Let's look into one more example where I am considering root 2 is an irrational number. For that, let's add one more irrational number, root 2, which is going to be 2 root 2, but this is an irrational number. So we can conclude that when you perform addition operation between two irrational numbers, the resulting number need not be an irrational number. Let's do subtraction. For this, I am considering one example. If you perform subtraction between root 3 minus root 3, it is resulting 0, which is a rational number. Let's look into one more example where it is 5 root 3 minus root 3, which is going to be 4 root 3, which is an irrational number. So the resulting need not be an irrational number when you perform subtraction operation between two irrational numbers. Let's check with multiplication. So example, root 5 into root 5, which is nothing but root 5 square. You can cancel square with root, then it is going to be 5, which is a rational number. Let's look into one more example where it is root 3 multiplied with root 2. It's resulting in root 6, which is an irrational number. So the resulting number of multiplication need not be an irrational number. It can be a rational number as well. Let's perform division operation. Let's take one example, root 12 upon root 3. So root 12 we can write it as root 4 into root 3 upon root 3. So you can cancel out root 3 and root 4 is nothing but 2, which is a rational number. If you consider one more example, root 3 upon root 2, which is an irrational number. So from these examples we can conclude that when you perform operation between two irrational numbers, the resulting number need not be an irrational number. Students, let's look into case 3 where the given two numbers are rational numbers. So let's perform addition operation. So example, 3 by 2 plus 5 by 2. The resulting number is 8 by 2, which is a rational number. Let's check with subtraction. 5 by 3 minus 1 by 3, which is 4 by 3, which is also a rational number. Let's perform multiplication between two rational numbers. Example, here it is 5 by 2 into 1 by 5. Here you can cancel out 5 with 5 and the resulting number is 1 by 2, which is a rational number. Let's do the division operation. Example, 5 divided by 3 upon 1 upon 3, which is going to be 5 by 3 into 3 by 1 and the resulting number is 5, which is a rational number. So from above examples we can conclude that operation between two rational numbers results in a rational number. Students, from above discussion we can conclude that when we perform addition or subtraction between an irrational and rational number, the resulting number is an irrational number. The second point is the product or quotient of a non-zero rational number and an irrational number is an irrational number. And the third one is the sum, the product, difference and quotient of two irrational numbers need not be an irrational number. In next session, we will discuss how to represent a number on the number line using geometric method. Please feel free to provide your questions or feedback in comment section. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.